Prise du débat, l'honorable.
The Honourable Member for Vimy. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Dear members, friends, opposition members, it's an honor and a privilege for me to speak to you today here in this noble institution about this new government's budget as tabled by the Minister of Finance on March 22nd. You were all here when the Honourable Minister presented the details of his budget that enabled us to have a better future. I'm proud of this budget that takes into account the concerns of ordinary Canadians, and especially the people of the riding of Vimy, the people that we who sit in this House have to thank for the great responsibilities they bestowed upon us to represent their interests. Every day I'm grateful for this privilege, as we all should be, and therefore fully intend to honor that privilege with steadfast and genuine service to our constituents. This budget does just that. It is a progressive budget with attainable goals that will be felt positively by Canadians of the middle class. I'm delighted to be able to speak directly to the positive direction the government has been taking with respect to fiscal and social policy that will begin to redefine what it means to assist the middle class and those who wish to become part of it. The middle class is the backbone of our economy, and so the government has devised a budget for them. They are the everyday citizens who work hard, so one day they can pay off their debts, own a home, raise their children and put them through school, save for retirement, and still have enough money and time for leisure and generosity. The middle class works tirelessly for this country, so it's about time we had a government that works as tirelessly for the middle class. With this budget, we begin to restore hope to the middle class and reinvigorate the economy. The combination of long overdue investments into infrastructure, re-engineering of social and economic policy, and commitment to providing stimulus and support wherever it is needed is an ambitious concoction of progressive policy initiatives to act as a catalyst that will bring about the kind of relief to energize our economy and our middle class. Through these several initiatives, middle class and low-income Canadians will have relief from their fiscal burdens and receive extended supplements where they need it most.
Canadians who are single, partnered, or have families of their own will see positive fiscal changes, putting more money directly in their pockets. One of the most crucial promises that was delivered first was our government's adjustment to the federal income tax structure that saw a 1.5% decrease in taxes for middle-class Canadians who earned between $45,282 and $90,563. This cost was offset by raising taxes for the wealthiest Canadians so we could help those who need it most. With the creation of this new child care benefit, this amounts to several $1,000s more in the pockets of middle-class families. With the creation of the new child care benefit, the government is offering greater supplements to Canadian families, and again, especially to those who need it most. Lower-income families will see a greater share of the benefit to assist with the greater financial burden that comes with raising families. Families earning $30,000 or less will see the maximum of this new tax-free benefit. More money in the pockets of Canadians who need it most. Helping to keep Canadian children across the country out of poverty should always be a top priority for governments. Reevaluating and prescribing newer, more efficient policies is the key to success for tomorrow's generation. By supporting and investing in Canadian families, now we are opening up new doors for our children that may not have been previously attainable.
Age burdened with difficult choices. Our elderly years, while heavily contingent on the plans we made on our youth and adult life, are often subject to changes we could not have foreseen. The death of a loved one, early retirement because of health that eviscerates our pension, or perhaps a life of hardship that left us without much in the way of support and little financial stability outside of government assistance. Life does not smile on us all the time the same. After a life of hard work, one should be able to retire with dignity. This budget has made some of the most extensive enhancement and policy adjustment that will give seniors the assurance and security they deserve. The previous administration's decision to trim the OAS-GIS, among other many cuts and changes that affected our seniors, was a brash and unnecessary decision, doing a great disservice to them at a time when, given the realities of the rising cost of living, seniors who hover around the poverty line and undeniable projections depicting the growth of our aging population in Canada, we should be investing in their long-term prosperity, not cutting the lifeline and watching the very people who helped build this country fade into destitution and obscurity. On September 29, 2015, it was announced for the first time ever that in Canada there were more Canadian aged 65 and over than there were Canadian aged 15 and younger. Canada had nearly 6 million seniors when that announcement was made, and it is expected in 21 years' time that number will increase by 50%. Without all of the ongoing changes, both the reversal of decisions by the previous administration and the new implementation by this government, we are taking proactive measures to ensure fair treatment and an acceptable standard of living for our seniors. The additions made to affordable housing in this budget, designed specifically for seniors, the increase to the GIS, restoring the age of eligibility for OAS, GIS, and allowances, our government's intention to work with the provinces and territories to expand the CPP and increase access to home care. These are the kind of investment we need to be making in this country. I chose to speak about this particular aspect of this budget today because of the positive impact they will have on my constituents. I believe the decision we are heading is the right one. I have met with countless Canadians and listened to their concerns. They want a government that looks out for all Canadians. They want a plan that helps the entire country move forward, not just one segment of society. Every single one of the points from this budget I have mentioned today will help thousands of people in my riding of Vimy alone. It will also help millions of Canadians across the country for years to come. I've been only able to scratch the surface of what this budget aims to achieve. It offers assurance for families, dignity for seniors, respect for veterans, a future for our youth, renewed hope for Aboriginals, a humanitarian global presence, sustainable environmental policies, fairness and equality. When middle-class Canadians have more money in their pockets to save, invest and grow the economy, it's all Canadians who benefit. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Questions et commentaires?
Questions and comments? The Honourable Member for Calgary Shepherd.